Good morning, everyone. Day 2, back on the trail. Last night was a much needed rest. A little windy, not too cold. Actually, I got hot in my sleeping bag. I got a 20-degree down sleeping bag. I'm sorry, it's really windy. If the audio is terrible, I apologize. I'll try to fix that later. I tried to wait till I get down on one of these bottoms where the wind wasn't so bad. But maybe a long day today. Got my first big mountain, Sassafras Mountain. It's coming up in like 3 miles. Like I said yesterday, it's a big incline. It's just steep and short. It's like a 800 or 900 foot climb over the course of a mile. And then I think the same going down the backside. So we'll see. Weather, it's overcast and cloudy and windy. It's kind of cool, and it's supposed to be really cold tonight. So looking ahead, I have an option to get off trail and stay at a hostel tonight, above the clouds hostel, which I kind of want to do. One, because living in Georgia, I'd like to support the local Georgia businesses that support the trail. But 2, the wind chill is going to be like 30, so I'd be lying if I said that wasn't part of it also. But anyway, I said I was going to ease into this. You know, I'm taking it slow. I'm going to try for, I don't know, 6 to 8 miles today. We'll see. No idea how far I'll get. We'll reassess once I get up and over Sassafras. That's my first big test of the trail, so we'll see. But onward and northbound, we'll figure out what the day starts. 8:30. I got on the trail at 8:30 this morning. It'll take some getting used to. Unpacking, setting up, cooking dinner. Man, is a chore. Walking down the hill to get water. The campsite, Hawk Mountain campsite, is straight downhill from the trail. And then to get water is all the way at the bottom of the hill, probably another, I don't know, quarter mile maybe. So it's just straight down the hill to get water. Shuttle service and everybody, all the books are telling me that there's no water between here and or no good water source for the next 5 miles. So everybody's filling up with water. So I'm heavy on water. I should be good on water, but adds a little weight to my pack, which is better than the alternative. But anyway, it took me probably, I don't know, I got up at 6:45 this morning, probably an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes to wake up, get water, eat breakfast, pack up, and then get on the trail. So anyway, here I am, northbound, loving it. See y'all. First real view. Not sure what that climb out of High Tower Gap was, but that was one of the first big 4 or so climbs I have today, and that was no picnic. So up here at the top of this, whatever hill, mountain this is, but this is my first real view. Loving it. Sorry guys, not a whole lot of video on the trail today. Trying to put my head down and get some miles in. Did want to show these little things. Couldn't even guess what they are. They are littered the trail on both sides. Pretty cool looking. I don't know. No idea what they are. Somebody else can tell me what they are. But they're pretty cool. They're all over the place. There's little patches of them left and right for several miles. It's very windy today. Very, very windy. Cool and windy. Wasn't expecting that. My hat's blown off a couple of times. That windy. I would guess 20, 25 mile an hour gust. We're trudging on. What did Ferris Bueller say? Sometimes you gotta stop. Life moves pretty fast. Sometimes you gotta stop and look around. Something like that. Anyway, I'm, I don't know, halfway, quarter way, 3/4 away up Sassafras, so sorry for the huffing and puffing. I told y'all I wasn't gonna do that. But anyway, had a view. Beautiful weather, just extremely windy, but loving life, loving the trail. This is the false summit of Sassafras. You think you're at the top, but I don't know if you can see that through the trees. I think that's the real summit. So you think you're at the top when you're here, but you're not. Made it to the summit of Sassafras. I told myself I wasn't gonna say the stupid cheesy joke, but I'm going to anyway. Sassafras kicked my fatty ass. But it was good. Tough hike, tough climb, but still got some more uphills today, but that was by far the worst. That was the worst of the day. So I think the little secret of the trail is uphill is a pain in the butt, but downhill is no picnic either. Uphill is tough on my gut and my stamina and being out of shape. Downhill is harder on your hips and knees and ankles. So nonetheless, we head on north. All right, so the decision has been made. It's going to end up being a 9.5 mile day today. That's about 1.2 or 1.3 miles longer than I'm anticipating, but they're expecting high winds and wind chills in the around 30, and I'm just decided to go to the hostel. I'm gonna go to Above the Clouds hostel. So if I go in an additional, I think it's 1.2 or 1.5 miles past the shelter camping area that I was going to stay in, make sure I didn't just get bit by something, then they'll come pick me up. It's only 2 or 3 miles down the road from Gooch Gap, ironically, for those of my friends. If you know, you know. Gooch Gap is where I'm heading today, so that'll be a 9.5 mile day if I can make it. I'm whooped. Sassafras got me, but a couple of up and downs today. They call them PUDs, pointless up and downs. But today was much more difficult than yesterday. But I will check back in when I get to the hostel tonight. Not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to a cold Coke. Coca-Cola would be hit the spot. Talk to y'all later. Another funny thing that I've come to appreciate is a good tree lean. I can't tell you how many times in the last 2 days, instead of stopping and taking the pack off and sitting down, and you know, I don't carry a chair, so I don't have anything to lean my back on. So a lot of times I just stop, and when I want to take a break or take a water break, I'll stop and lean against a tree. Not anything I ever thought I would do, but you should try it. A good tree lean hits the spot sometimes. Like I said yesterday, if all rock crossings could be like, all creek crossings could be like this. That being said, let's make sure I make it first. Nice.